Hello anime lovers, welcome back. Today we're diving into Demon Slayer episode 13. If you haven't watched the previous episodes yet, you can find the playlist link in the description below. So now, let's continue the story with episode 13 titled Something More Important Than Life. In the last episode, Tanjiro finally found Teruko's older brother and safely left Teruko with him before going back to fight the Drum Demon, Kyogai. During the fight, Tanjiro slowly started understanding how Kyogai's blood demon art worked. By beating the drums attached to his body, Kyogai could completely rotate and rearrange the rooms inside the mansion. Even though Tanjiro was struggling badly, he refused to give up. He kept telling himself that no matter what happened, he had to defeat this monster. Kyogai became furious after hearing Tanjiro's determination. Meanwhile, somewhere else inside the mansion, Zenitsu and Shoichi were desperately trying to find Tanjiro. Zenitsu suddenly realized that they were just running in circles the whole time. Shoichi nervously admitted that he had been thinking the same thing too. At that exact moment, another drum sound echoed through the mansion, and suddenly the entire room rotated again. Both Zenitsu and Shoichi lost their balance and crashed toward a door that unexpectedly opened. Before they could react, they were thrown completely outside the mansion. Back inside, Tanjiro was still struggling against Kyogai's attacks. The constant room rotations made it almost impossible for him to even stand properly. Tanjiro forced himself to stay focused and realized that he didn't have time to panic. Suddenly, Kyogai launched another claw attack. Tanjiro barely dodged it in time. Instead of attacking immediately, Tanjiro asked the demon for his name. The monster introduced himself as Kyogai. Tanjiro then told him, "No matter what happens, I won't hand over that boy to you." Hearing this made Kyogai even angrier. He revealed that he wanted to consume the boy with Morechi blood so he could regain his rank among the 12 Kazuki. After that, Kyogai intensified his attacks even more. At the same time, Kyogai remembered his tragic past. Before becoming a demon, he used to be a writer who loved creating stories and music. But one day, another man insulted his work and mocked his passion, saying his writing was worthless. The man even stepped on Kyogai's precious papers before leaving. However, by that point, Kyogai had already become a demon. In rage, he used his drums to brutally kill the man. Back in the present, remembering this moment pushed Kyogai into complete madness. He began beating the drums faster and faster until Tanjiro started spinning wildly across the room. Then papers from Kyogai's writings began flying everywhere. For just a brief second, Kyogai stopped moving. The papers slowly fell to the ground. But despite the chaos, Tanjiro carefully avoided stepping on any of them. Kyogai was shocked. Even during battle, Tanjiro respected his writings. At that moment, Tanjiro finally started adapting to the rhythm of the drums. He realized he could sense the airflow created by each drum beat and predict the next attack. Tanjiro immediately used water breathing, 9th form, splashing water flow, turbulent. Using the spinning room itself to increase his speed, Tanjiro rushed directly toward Kyogai. Kyogai still couldn't understand how Tanjiro was getting closer. Then suddenly, Tanjiro found the opening thread. In one swift motion, he sliced through Kyogai's neck. As the demon's head fell, Tanjiro calmly told him, "Your blood demon art was incredible." Kyogai was stunned by those words. For the first time in years, someone had acknowledged his art. As his body slowly began turning to dust, Kyogai asked if Tanjiro truly meant it. Tanjiro honestly replied that he did. But he also said that no matter how impressive his abilities were, he could never forgive him for killing innocent people. As Kyogai faded away, Tanjiro remembered Tamayo's mission. He quickly collected a sample of Kyogai's blood using a syringe. A mysterious cat sent by Tamayo suddenly appeared and carried the blood sample away. This was actually one of Yashiro's hidden abilities. Before leaving, Tanjiro looked toward Kyogai and quietly prayed for his soul. Soon after, Tanjiro began searching for Teruko and her brother. While entering another room, random objects suddenly started flying toward him. A book smacked directly into his head. When he looked up, he realized it was actually Teruko and her brother who had mistaken him for a monster. Tanjiro reassured them that the demon had already been defeated. Then the three of them finally started heading outside. But before they could leave completely, Tanjiro suddenly smelled blood again. He immediately rushed toward the scent. Outside the mansion, he discovered Zenitsu badly injured while tightly protecting Nezuko's box. Standing in front of him was the mysterious boar-masked demon slayer. Zenitsu refused to let the stranger touch the box because Tanjiro had told him that it was more important than life itself. A few moments earlier, after being thrown outside, Zenitsu had regained consciousness. Even while asleep or unconscious, Zenitsu could still hear everything around him because of his extraordinary hearing ability. Shoichi thanked Zenitsu for protecting him while they fell outside the mansion. Zenitsu immediately panicked again and asked if he was going to die. That's when they heard the boar-masked swordsman approaching. The stranger sensed that a demon was hiding inside the box. Zenitsu suddenly remembered him. This was actually the 5th Demon Slayer who had survived the final selection exam. The mysterious swordsman immediately tried attacking the box, but Zenitsu stepped in front of it. The boar-masked fighter demanded to know who Zenitsu was. Zenitsu nervously introduced himself and explained that he was also a demon slayer. The stranger angrily shouted that there was clearly a demon inside the box and it needed to be killed immediately. But Zenitsu refused. He explained that although he could hear the terrifying sound of a demon coming from inside the box, Tanjiro's voice was one of the purest and kindest voices he had ever heard. Because of his enhanced hearing, Zenitsu could sense a person's true nature. And he believed that if Tanjiro was protecting this demon, there had to be a good reason. The boar-masked demon slayer didn't care at all. He started beating Zenitsu repeatedly while trying to force him away from the box. Zenitsu kept protecting it despite being completely terrified. Then finally, Tanjiro arrived. Just as the boar-masked swordsman was about to strike Zenitsu with his blade, Tanjiro shouted at him to stop, and with that intense moment, the episode comes to an end.